Well, good afternoon. Hey, this is Pastor Jonathan Taylor with Eastside Baptist Church in Vernon, Florida. I just felt led to kind of do this video this afternoon and kind of share with y'all a little bit what's on my heart this afternoon. This morning, we had our food giveaway, and a lot of y'all come, and we appreciate you coming. That has been such a huge blessing to the church to be able to do that. But we were giving out these cards, and these little cards, we give out a gospel tract, and we give out one of these cards. They have our church name and logo and our mission statement on the front. And on the back, they say you are invited. And they have our worship times, and they have our website and phone number and such as that. And that got me to thinking, why don't folks go to church? Well, maybe they don't know the real reason that they need to go to church. Maybe that's part of it. Pastor B at Ebro Baptist Church, he's always posting on Saturday afternoons. He's posting these encouraging messages, and they always have something to do with Sunday morning is a Saturday evening decision, and it really is. It really is. I know how hard it can be when you don't have a church, finding a place to go to, making that step through them front doors for the first time. It's intimidating. You don't know anybody. It can be a hard thing to do. I was there years ago, and I really do understand. I think most of us do understand, even though we forget. But I wanted to share with you a little bit about the biblical basis of why we gather together, why we have church on Sunday mornings. We've been told all these different things, and it's almost been made like that's supposed to be your religious routine. It's just part of a checkbox that you check for your religious thing. But that's not what the Bible teaches us. We've all heard probably at one time or another a preacher quote from Hebrews 10:25 that says, we're not to forsake the assembly of one another. And that's truth. That's in the Word, but the context there explains the reasoning behind that. It starts in verse 23. It says, "Let us hold fast the profession of our faith without wavering, for he is faithful that promised. And let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works, not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together, as the matter of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much more as you see the day approaching." So, yes, we're to assemble together, but the reason there is to provoke unto each other love and good work. We're there to encourage one another. We're there to build one another up. And it says exhorting one another. We're there to exhort one another, and so much more as you see the day approaching. I think all of us can agree that times are getting rougher, and we're seeing things that just we thought we'd never see in our lifetime. We're seeing a lot of what Isaiah said when he said, woe to a generation that calls evil good and good evil. We're seeing a lot of that. And I think we're getting closer and closer. And a lot of folks say, well, preacher's been preaching for 2,000 years that the Lord's return is close. Well, all I can say to that is every day we're one day closer. So we know we're getting closer to that time. And we need one another. We need to provoke unto each other love and good works. We need to be there and encourage one another. So it's not just that you need the church needs you. We need one another. We need one another for that encouragement. We need one another to provoke unto each other love and good works. There's so much to be done outside the church. We tend to confine church to those four walls, but there is so much to be done outside the church. There's a lot of work to be done, and that's what we're there to do. We're there to prepare each other for the work that happens once we leave there on Sunday mornings, once we go out into the world. We're there to prepare each other to help share the love of Jesus as we go out in our lives. If you live in the Vernon area, you are blessed. I'm going to tell you, because I think we have some of the best churches around. I know a lot of the pastors. I've had the opportunity to preach in several of the churches around there over the years. I know a lot of the people that go to these churches, and they're really good people. We have some of the best churches, the best people, and what I believe in North Florida, and if not Southeast United States rather. we have some really good people, and we have some really good churches. So there is a church for you to get involved in. There's a church for you to go so that you can not only be encouraged, but you can encourage others. There's a church to go so that we can help share with each other that love and good works as we see that day approaching. And to the church member, if you're a church member, there are statistics out there that give as much. I've seen these percentages anywhere from 85 to 95%, but somewhere in that range, people that come to church, somewhere around 90%, let's say, come to church because they're invited by somebody. So if you're a church member, invite someone to come, and when you invite them, sit with them, make them sure they feel comfortable, help them with that first step. So, we'd love to have you at Eastside Baptist Church, but like I said, we have so many good churches in our area. Just get in a church. Get in a good Bible-believing church and find your place. Go where the Lord would lead you. Again, well, thank you. I'm probably either going to do a lot of these on Saturday afternoons, or I'm going to share this a lot on Saturday afternoons. I'll certainly share this until I see you at church. So y'all, God bless. Have a good Saturday. Hope to see you tomorrow in church.